The imaging spectrometer technology aboard Tanager 1 is the product of 4 decades of development at NASA JPL and truly in a class of its own. That's are the words of JPL Director Laurie Leshin. Welcome back on the SpaceInfo podcast. Here we talk about space and everything related to it. If you are passionate about space, astronomy, technology and everything about it, you can join all our social platforms at the SpaceInfo Club or our website at www.spaceinfo.club, where tons of content and a community of experts are there waiting for you. This is the SpaceInfo Club. Welcome back on the SpaceInfo Club channel. If you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, please, if you want, you can subscribe or share this channel with your friends. It will give us a huge hand and that's completely free for you. So in this new episode we introduce a new series which is called the SpaceInfo Rocket News, in which in very few minutes we summarize some news of the last days in order to let you know what's happening in space, both under the human exploration side, scientific exploration, or anything which is happening on our planet, but in particularly outside of it, and also with deep space mission. So today we talk about the NASA designed greenhouse gas detection instrument, which has been launched a couple of days ago. So it's a sort of exploration of the news. So there are some comments, some insights. So please comment down below, let me know what you think, if I forget something, or if you want to add anything about what I'm saying or what you see here, so we can discuss and talk about this, and we can create a new video, a new contribution, so anyone in the community, which counts more 150,000 members, can benefit from the contribution. So what about the mission? Well, the launch happened on August 16, 2024, and that's the first satellite which has the aim to map the carbon footprint here on the planet. Well, as you can read from the article from NASA JPL website, it carries a state-of-the-art NASA-designed greenhouse gas tracking instrument, which is in Earth orbit after lifting off aboard, guess what? Well, SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Space Launch Complex 4E and Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. In Friday, August 16th. Well, just a little mention about SpaceX Falcon 9. It is something like the 42nd launch this year, and if SpaceX keeps with this pace, will beat the last year record, which beaten the previous year record with something like 62 launches in a year for the SpaceX Falcon launcher, which is for sure a record, a groundbreaking milestone for the company, but for the whole private and public history companies in space history, basically. So which is the goal of the mission? Well, the whole mission aims to detect and measure methane and carbon dioxide emissions globally down to individual facility. Well, this is not another, let's say, environmental friendly or environmental monitoring mission in order to let us know how much we are polluting our environment, because we already know, but it is, let's say, a step forward in this direction, because once you know from where this emission, carbon dioxide and methane in particular, come from, you can track them and also actuate corrective measures. This is the final purpose of the mission. Which technology is involved? Well, the whole mission will use imaging spectrometer technology, which have been developed by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, and in the partnership between the public and private sector, and the partnership was led by Carbon Mapper. And the emission data will be made public accessible via the Carbon Mapper data portal, as will be made available very soon. And we can read the word of the JPL Director Laurie Leshin, who said, The imaging spectrometer technology aboard Tianwen-1 is the product of 4 decades of development at NASA JPL and truly in a class of its own. The data that this public-private partnership provides on sources of greenhouse gas emission will be precise and global, making it beneficial to everyone. So, as you can see, it is a very crucial and important step also in the direction of partnering between the public and the private sector. What we have seen so far, in particular with the scientific and research space mission, is that the public sector was basically the only one interested in developing this kind of spacecraft and this kind of mission. But this time is kind of different. We have seen something similar with the Italian Iride constellation, which we talked about. We also interviewed the engineering team something like 1 year ago. You can find more information inside the SpaceInfo magazine, which is for free available on our website. Let me know if you want to learn anything else about the mission, so I can talk with the team and maybe we can release another interview or make a live with them. But as I was saying, this kind of public and private partnership is not really the first, as I mentioned, Iride, but is one of the first in this direction. And the meaning and the purpose is that, okay, the public sector makes the research, but the private one will benefit in the sense of the industry, in the sense of the technology access, where everyone can get access to it and learn and track the carbon footprint map and act in order to minimize it, because when you talk about pollution, environmental concerns, okay, those are all nice words, but you need data, you need something to act upon, and this mission will give you something that direction. So the impact of the technology will be of pinpointing and also quantifying the greenhouse gas emissions in order to mitigate and to make effort in that direction. Also, the ballot, another important one will be the daily coverage. Indeed, Tanager 1 will be one single spacecraft with the aim of covering the whole world. So for sure it is not a constellation. Let's say another parallel with the Iride constellation. This will be a constellation, as said, with something like 30 satellites with the aim of mapping and tracking data above Italy, only above that country. So for sure you can imagine that a single constellation of something like 30 satellites on a relatively small country in Europe will be much more prone to get full coverage and much more data in this sense. But a single spacecraft which as is Tanager 1 will scan about 50,000 square miles of Earth's surface per day. So for sure the aim of the mission and also the object of the observation will be different, and for at least for the moment will be enough, or at least a first step in this direction. So that's very good for the purpose of the mission, and also for let's say the general aim towards quantifying and having precise and real factual data about pollution, in particular about methane and carbon dioxide. So science-based decision making is basically the very main purpose of the mission. Also, I would like to underline that methane and carbon dioxide are the major contribution to climate change, with 50% of methane emission being human-caused, being them from farming, from let's say animal beer or something like that, for example cows or farms and things like that. But in any case, human is the main cause behind methane pollution, and I'm not for sure saying that we shouldn't do this. Actually, I am a fan, let's say I am very positive in the direction of farming and things like this. I will never say that we have to stop having animals, cows, farms and things like that, because we cannot stop living this is the evolution, but with the aim of data and precise scientific approach, we can for sure optimize and understand which is the best direction and the best method to base upon to make more efficient decisions, and also in particular, which is the main purpose of the mission, having scientific data from which start reasoning for sure. So a second Tanager satellite will be launched in the future, will be equipped with the JPL built spectrometer, and is planned for future launch. So I think this is a very interesting mission. Again, a space mission with direct benefits towards Earth. So another one. So inside this series there will be also insights about the benefits of space for humanity. So thanks for listening up to now. If you're interested in our content, subscribe and share the channel with your friends. It's completely free for you, but will give us a huge hand. Thank you for listening. See you in the next episode.